In this constantly changing world, life and personal values can seem more than a little unstable. Just when you think you have it all figured out, then everything changes. Sometimes life can seem overwhelming. Well, the good news is you can change your life. You have within you the power to learn how to flow with the changes and smooth out the bumps of life. You can experience the joy, peace, health, and abundance you deserve. You were created to be happy and productive. That urge to grow and express yourself was put there for a reason. Learn the spiritual principles that can help you not just to survive, but thrive in this changing world. At Unity, we'd like to help you do just that.
Imagine a spiritual path that honors the universal truths in all religions, that sees we are all one. Imagine a movement that respects each person's right to choose their spiritual path. Imagine a spiritual movement that empowers and unites rather than divides. This is Unity. For more than a century, Unity has offered a positive, practical, and progressive approach to understanding and applying the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters.
We carry within us all the mystical power we need to transform our world.
Unity of Chicago South Spiritual Community invites you to a couple of consciousness-lifting online events to launch you into 2023. On Saturday evening, January 7th, a virtual Burning Bowl event, and on Tuesday evening, January 10th, our spiritual mindfulness sessions begin. Free registration for the events is open. Scan the QR code to register or go to the unityocs.org website event page.
Welcome to the Unity of Chicago South Beyond Wall Spiritual Community Sunday Celebration live stream. We are simultaneously live streaming on various platforms. Previous celebrations are available on YouTube at Unity OCS. Thank you for bringing your consciousness to this space.
Music has always been a source of inspiration for me. The simple melodies of contemplative chant, the rich harmony of voices rising together in song, the worthless yet soul-stirring swell of a symphony, each has the power to call us away from our cares and concerns, if only for a little while. Music can open our hearts to the unspoken language of our true nature, love. My favorite moments during Advent combine music and ritual. One such inspiring ritual is the candlelight service many churches offer on Christmas Eve. The simple, elegant melody of Silent Night creates a sense of stillness in the space. Wrapped in stillness, the symbolism of one candle being lit, and that single light being passed from one person to another until the entire room is aglow, takes my breath away. During World War I, Silent Night was sung on the battlefield, bringing about a temporary truce as soldiers of different countries and faiths laid down their arms. I imagine, just like the candle lighting, that this beginning was a single voice being raised. As that voice spread, it ignited something in the souls of those soldiers. Before long, the simple power of music to draw humanity together outshone the complexities of war. Music is one of the myriad ways love expresses in, as, and through us. Love can reach beyond the discord and draw back to itself. We simply must be willing to stand firm in love and allow it to flow. Love is the expression of our completeness, flooding the gaps of any perceived challenge with its pure, vital essence. Love, like music, requires no words to soothe our hearts and mind. The sounds of Silent Night on the battlefield in 1914 were nothing more than love called into fullness. It may be hard to imagine love being present in that atmosphere of strife and conflict, but love was there. Love is our true nature. Therefore, we are never without it. An ongoing war was no match for the harmonizing, unifying power of love on that Christmas Eve, and the same is true today. As we arrive at the midpoint of our Advent journey, be reminded that love is not a feeling but a principle. Love is the essence of our being, requiring nothing of us other than to be expressed. It rises within us like a single voice. It seeks its own, swelling within all who are willing to join in its refrain. Choose to be like that single candle or that first soldier on the battlefield. Bring the light of your true nature into the world, and listen as the beautiful symphony it can inspire unfolds. Beloved, let us love one another. Because love is from God. Everyone who loves is born of God and knows God. 1 John 4.7. On this day of Advent, I choose to awaken the song of love in my heart.
Welcome to December, where the spiritual mind power is life. Life is an idea in divine mind of activity. God is life. Life is the expression of being which manifests as animation, activity, and vigor. As life, God, love, expresses through my being, I feel full of vim, vigor, and vitality. I am equipped to engage in any activity and share the love I am. When life and the activity it generates runs hot in my beingness, I transform and become very animated in my expression. The more I surrender and allow myself to be swept up in the flow of life, the better my expressing becomes. Life and substance are ideas in divine mind. Life is the acting principle. Substance is the thing acted upon. Life requires the directive power of an entity, man, woman, that knows where and how to apply its force in order to get results. It works if you work it. The power of life flows where my consciousness goes. Life is divine. Life is spiritual. Its source is God. Man can be truly quickened with new life and vitalized in mind and body by consciously contacting spirit. This contact is made through prayer, meditation, sitting in the silence, and service. Once I realize what life truly is, the optical illusion fades. Through prayer, meditation, sitting in the silence, and my activity in service, I am quickened with new life, and my mind and body are revitalized and renewed. Let us take a moment of reflective silence and see what the life that we are has to say. Life. Life is the sequence of physical and mental experiences that make up our existence. Life is the duration of our earthly experience. Life is eternal. I am conscious of life increasing itself as me through sequential happening. My journey on earth is my life. Eternal life lives itself through me, as me, and so it shall forever be.
I want to thank all those that actually joined me last week as I stood in for Reverend Kirk at the Unity of North Shore. Now, this is not the first Sunday, but it is our first Sunday on December for the live stream. So welcome to this retooling, and we'll see how far this retooling has gone to this point. The retooling of Unity of Chicago South Sunday celebration, anticipating to be streaming on most major social platforms at this point. If all goes well, there's at least 1 or 2 people that are able to see us on either Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. There had been some changes in our presentation, those of you that were able to see it before we had the technical difficulty with the audio. And what I asked of you is that you extend the Christ consciousness of this season as we continue our retooling. I want to remind you that the Burning Bowl, we're holding that again, this time on January 7th, and that spiritual mindfulness sessions begin on January 10th. And what I would invite you to do is to go over to our website, unityocs.org, and look and check out the event page, and you can find more information. In addition to that, there is free registration. Now, both of the events will be presented online. And finally, feel free to visit our support page, as your support is important to our mission to provide a path for people who seek to be better so that they can do better. As we share the truth that there is an infinite source available to everyone. It is there for each who seek it, no matter their race, their gender, or their religion. Believe what you may, but know that the source of the universe is also the source of each of us. Therefore, the principle supporting the stars is the same principle supporting and available to each of us. As I declare this statement in the first person, I am declaring it for all. I am open and receptive to this divine living principle. Father, Mother, God, I am grateful. This is my declaration. This is my truth. As I accept it, so it becomes, and all is well, and well indeed. Today's poem is from John Greenleaf Whitaker. Somehow, not only for Christmas, but all the year long through, the joy that you give to others is the joy that comes back to you. And the more you spend in blessing the poor and lonely and sad, the more your heart's possessing returns to you glad. Today's guided meditation is inspired by the works of Don Curtis. The truth of true meditation is that it is to be a time of surrender, one of release, one of deep, quiet, peaceful relaxation, where the only motivation, where the only motive is to know the divine, to experience that which is greater than ourselves, to be conscious of the existing oneness, the oneness with the Divine Mother, Father, presence. In this truth, in this presence, there is no asking, no perceived concept, no desire or endeavor to make anything happen. In this time, our only desire is to surrender completely. Let us now move into the high consciousness of contemplative meditation and surrender. Here's where we prepare for the period of silence that will follow today's practice. A period where I invite you to embrace a minute of silence, where we learn, where we receive. It is in this divine silence that we are moved beyond a mere mental concept of the divine to a soul experience of the divine. Concepts are for the mind. but experience is for the soul. The only way to know God is to release thought so that we can receive on a deeper level. The level where we have communed with the infinite. The level where we have communion with the infinite. Now let us begin our inner journey to pure divine communion. Just relax your body. Release your focus of yesterday, of tomorrow. Become totally present to this moment. Release yourself into this moment totally. Breathe in deeply. Relax. Release the breath. Release the past. Pause. Breathe in. Relax. Release the breath and the thoughts of the future. Pause. Feel your body connect with this moment. Relax into this moment completely, releasing all thought. And know that as I speak the words, I speak them into the consciousness of the universe for all. I have come to this time, in this place, to surrender. I release the need for questions. I release the need for seeking. The experience of being present is sufficient in itself. I am here for divine communion alone. Have thy way, divine spirit. I yield, and I am still in the closet of my consciousness. The door is open unto you alone. Come in. Rest with me as I rest in you. I breathe in. I hold it. I release. I rest. In this moment, at this time, I am consciously filled with your divine presence. Have thy way with me. I consciously release the energy of your divine presence into my experience in this moment, at this time. This energy is now penetrating my aura. This divine presence illuminates my aura. It is a glow with intuitive spiritual in the face and in the body in the form of the color blue. It is a glow with the gentle color of indigo. It is a glow with the wisdom represented by the color violet. I am alive in the presence. The presence is alive in me. I rest in this energy. I rest in this life presence. I rest. I now have completed my work to enter the silence. And now I go into that silence, seeking only the divine presence. I take this minute to rest in this silence. I trust that you have had the opportunity to touch the hem of the spiritual consciousness that we call the Christ consciousness. And I say thank you so much for joining us today, those of you that were able to be here live and those of you that will see this recording. Until next time, this is Reverend Arkin wishing you well from the Unity of Chicago South Spiritual Community. I bid you namaste.